Hello Aquarius, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love reading for the first half of May from the 1st all the way through the 15th. General advice as always, so please keep that in mind throughout the duration of this reading and take from it what makes sense for you personally, release the rest. I'll be starting with these two decks here, the Coffee Shop Gossip deck by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot and the Love Games deck by Sister Moon Tarot. I will, of course, clarify everything with my tarot decks. So let's begin, Aquarius. This is part 1 of your reading, if it happens to resonate with you. And you're more than welcome to check out the extended reading over on my Patreon page. That link is down below. And hopefully there's something here that makes sense for you since it is a general reading. And if you want to see a preview of the extended reading, that's towards the end of this video. All right, so Aquarius, let's get started. What is it that you need to know when it comes to your connection here? We have salty personality. You could be dealing with somebody like that. We have moving in or moving out. So for those of you who might have lived together, maybe you guys were bickering and arguing, and somebody decided to move out of the home. This is interesting. We've got checking up on you. So even though they might have moved out and distanced themselves, it's either that or this could be moving on as well. If you guys didn't actually live together and share a home together, they could be checking you out, keeping tabs on you somehow on social media, or they could be asking about you. We do have stay positive, okay? Bottom of the deck, we've got cloudy. So right now, I feel things might be a little bit challenging for you and this person. So let's grab some insight. I'll be pulling from my Illuminated Star Tarot. And maybe you really are just trying to be optimistic and positive right now, considering where your love life is, if things just aren't going well. So let's grab some insight. I'm pulling from my Illuminated Star Tarot, Volume 2, if I didn't say that already. All right, Aquarius, first half of May, what else do we need to know? Some of you guys could be dealing with the Knight of Swords here. This is someone who is very action-oriented. Okay, they tend to create fast movement here, but sometimes maybe you might feel they're moving in too fast. Knight of Swords could also be the type of person, once they're in a relationship, sometimes they get bored. They crave intellectual conversations, intellectual stimulation, and when they're not getting that, sometimes they tend to look elsewhere, maybe on social media, and maybe they connected with somebody else. That could have been an issue for some of you guys. Knight of Swords tends to not really want to commit sometimes, So let's see what else. What else for Aquarius? We've got the Devil card. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Capricorn here. And then we've got the World. Interesting. So somebody could be in that Devil energy. This can be tapped into addictions, obsessions, someone who might be feeling trapped or bound to something or someone. It's an unhealthy attachment, no matter whether it's a person or something, a situation. That could have also been why you guys parted ways. It could have been you too, Aquarius, that moved out if you guys shared a home, if you lived together. But this is a cycle that has completed, okay? So this could all be coming forward with lingering energies from the past. This might not be going on right now. You do have the Five of Swords. So some sort of conflict, something challenging happened here between the two of you that resulted in a breakup, I feel. Five of Swords could be someone who's sneaking around. That competition could be somebody else that they were investing their time and energy with. So yeah, there were some conflicts here for sure. We do have the Ace of Pentacles, however, so you're able to manifest something else, something better in your life. your finances as well, maybe your career, your job opportunities, all of that stuff looks pretty good. So whatever this cloudy energy is, I feel that will be lifted and you will be able to manifest what you are looking for. Let's see what else. What else for Aquarius? So old cycles are phasing out, Aquarius. Maybe those old cycles is what represents that cloudy energy, and now you've had clarity and you now know what it is that you want. And hopefully, you know, if you resonate with that devil energy, it is you that's been able to detach from unhealthy attachments. It could have been you that's either been moving on or moving out. You really are focusing more so on what's ahead of you rather than where you've been in the past. But there's also someone from your past who wants to reach out. They want to talk to you. They've had the opportunity to reevaluate how things have been between the two of you and maybe past actions, mistakes that they've made, and now they want to communicate. The way I see the Judgment card, sometimes it's an apology, it's a desire for forgiveness, and a reunion. Somebody who wants to be back in your life. We do have the Chariot here representing overcoming challenges, and we clearly see some challenges here. You know, so you guys can overcome it as long as you're both ready and willing to create this movement together, I feel. It takes two people to be able to get this thing going in the right direction. And that could be what this card is talking about. You know, stay positive. If you guys truly are meant to work this out, then you will. Okay, so let's see what else, Aquarius, for the first half of May here. So let's grab some cards from the Love Games deck by Sister Moon Tarot. All right, here we go. What else do you need to know for the first half of your reading here? They do have deep feelings for you, Aquarius. They still love you, I feel. They care for you. But we do have solo journey right next to it. And then we've got social media. You guys could be checking each other out on social media, or maybe they're watching you, keeping tabs on you that way. This could also be telling you that they are not with anybody at this point. They could be single. They're on this journey on their own. And maybe they're telling you here they don't want to be with anybody else. They want to just be with you. They've got these deep feelings for you. Okay. Let's grab one more card here. We have Lifesaver. Maybe they feel like you really have saved them somehow. You know, it's interesting going back to the cards that have already presented itself, especially with the Devil card right here. This could be a literal meaning for some of you guys. Take it if it makes sense, because it could represent somebody who had some major addictions. It could be alcoholism, it could be drug abuse, whatever this is, it was unhealthy. And so maybe when you came in to their life, you either literally saved them somehow, or you really helped them to see life in a very different way, wanting them to really live their life rather than doing things to create challenges for themselves, whether that's pertaining to their health, if it was an addiction, or some other thing going on where they just might have been in a very dark place, you know? All right, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot once again. I'll be pulling from my Tanielu tarot deck here. Some of you guys could also be single and they're observing that on social media. Ooh, we've got the Knight of Swords. Okay, so Knight of Swords coming up in the reverse this time. So remember, guys, the Knight of Swords already came through, but this time it is in the reverse. So an additional interpretation of the Knight of Swords is somebody who is driven to succeed. And maybe right now, they're just not feeling the urge to be able to do anything about that, you know, maybe because you inspire them somehow, and when you're not together, they might have lost that motivation. You could also be dealing with somebody who has no sense of direction in their life right now. They could be very unpredictable. And through past actions, you know, maybe they just acted first and not really thinking of the consequences. They had disregard for any sort of consequences, and that might have ultimately hurt you. And that could also be why they're single right now, and why you might have chosen to move on, you know, and they created conflicts in the partnership. For some of you, and I'm feeling this for my feminines, you might be dealing with a divine masculine who is the Aquarian here. We do have the Hangman, so somebody let go here. I'm feeling it for the feminines. I mean, it could be reversed for your situation, but I am feeling it for the feminines who detached from a masculine because, you know, they either were getting themselves entangled in drama, or you guys could have been arguing, bickering, but we have seen competition, conflicts, sneakiness going on. And so here they are, possibly single without you, having some regrets about that. We do have the Six of Wands. Look at this. We've got the Judgment, Two of Cups, and the Star. So I'm kind of feeling here, they're still being guided back to you. I feel if you're willing to give this opportunity, this relationship, a second chance, it can still go in a direction where you guys can be happy. Six of Wands, victory and success. This can also pertain to your career, your finances, your money matters. Aquarius, that's looking pretty good as well. Here we are with that Judgment card, so I can't help but feel that they really have had the opportunity to evaluate how they were with you before. That's why it's coming through twice, okay? They've reflected, they've gone through their awakening, and now they want to possibly fix whatever happened. They see you as a divine counterpart, they see you as a life partner, they see you as somebody that they feel very connected to still. And, you know, the Star represents Aquarius. So depending on whether you are the Aquarian, you the viewer, whether you're masculine or feminine, doesn't really matter, you know, or the person that you're watching for is the Aquarian here. But this represents a fulfilled wish. So there is the opportunity for wishes to manifest here. And I'm just ultimately getting, for those who are at a distance from one another, you do have someone here who wants to reach out to you. Could be the universe kind of moving those mountains to create change here for you guys to find your way back to each other. I feel your person is being guided back to you. Okay, so I'll leave part one there. If you're interested in, as I mentioned, watching the extended version of this reading, part two, stick around. You'll be able to see a preview of that reading. And if you want to watch the whole thing, I'd love to see you over on my Patreon page. That link, of course, is down below, as well as a link to book your own personal private reading. All right, Aquarius, that's it for now. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Take care. Ooh, so this one says magical vibes. That's actually a really good card. This magical feeling that comes over them when they think about you. Let's see what else for Aquarius. What else for Aquarius? But we do have rotten poison. Wonderful. So I'm not surprised to actually see that, guys, because that rotten poison might have something to do. Let me just find that card here. Might have something to do with the Five of Swords. Okay, the conflict, the competition, the sneakiness. It could have something to do with the Devil's energy. You know, somebody who might have addiction issues. This poison could be alcohol, it could be drugs, or just toxic behaviors. So that makes sense for me why that's coming forward. And, you know, it's not your job to be able to help somebody with their addictive behavior. That's something that they're going to have to figure out for themselves. Interesting. And then bottom of the deck, we've got drinking from another cup of love. So that was the sneakiness going on. There could have been infidelity in the partnership for some of you guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot here. I'll be pulling from my tarot teacher. This is the revised edition. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aquarius. For the extended, what else do we need to know here? They're telling you here that they are ready for commitment, that they are fully invested, that they want to be able to explore where this relationship could go. They feel that you guys are truly meant to be. And maybe during this time apart, they've learned some lessons, allowing them to come to that conclusion.